a great beginning to the CWC retreat.
The retreat is called Train the Brain,
as brain functioning is crucial to mind-body wellness.
When you don't take care of your body and mind, things can go horribly wrong in your life.
So it is not only a retreat in the sense of learning, but also networking among each other.
And we have full 3-day programs. It's a fantastic location that we could able to enjoy.
And it's a very special experience, and I would recommend it to other people who want to prioritize their health and well-being.
Hi, I'm Somnath Chatterjee, co-founder of Crack the Wellness Code. It's such a delight to be here at the Los Altos Hills in the San Francisco Bay Area to host the first retreat of our wellness movement. And I'm glad that we are focusing on a theme which really matters to the community a lot. It's about train the brain. We have been running this wellness movement for the last 6 years, and now we are going deeper into mind-body wellness. And what better topic can we get than train the brain? So we have an amazing group of speakers, and we had a lot of excitement generated today with our participants who are entrepreneurs, health tech professionals, senior corporate executives, and of course, lots of health heroes, practitioners in the wellness movement. And this is just the beginning. We are looking forward to a host of other events, which could be retreat, but also starting courses, ebooks, etc. on Train the Brain, which is in great demand from the community. And thanks to everybody who's been here. I see them, booming with excitement, and look forward to many more such retreats.
Hi, my name is Gautam Sinha. I am here in Los Altos attending a retreat organized by CWC. The retreat is called Train the Brain, and Dr. Indranil Basu has been hosting this retreat for the last 2.5 days. The retreat is about training the brain using meditation. It was a dedicated effort on Dr. Basu's part to help us understand the basics of how the brain works and what impact meditation has on the brain, with a lot of examples and training and practice. I personally felt that I learned a lot about the theory of meditation and what impact it can have on my personal well-being. And I would recommend this retreat or something like this to a lot of people who are looking for meditation and the fundamentals behind it.
Hi there, I'm Adile Esen, and I'm happy to have attended this Crack the Wellness Code retreat. I have to admit, I have not attended the full retreat sessions with all the meditation sessions. Yet, I have done my own meditation. I practice a different kind of meditation every day on my own. And so I did that. So I was part of the group. I felt very united with the group. And the beautiful thing about this retreat and the group is that everyone has been very friendly. The purpose has been to be inward mostly, attending to our own inner peace and quiet. And so the other participants were doing that together in a group with their own practices. I was doing that on my own, yet there was that feeling of unity, which was beautiful. And now we have some really wonderful sessions from presenters from the company Muse. We're waiting for a presenter from Google. So it's experience of wellness and also knowledge about wellness. And it's a very special experience, and I would recommend it to other people who want to prioritize their health and well-being.
This Train the Brain event and its continuous drive to host a number of high-impact brain health-related initiatives. The Muse headband is a research-grade EEG device that acts as your personal meditation coach. Advanced sensors read your biosignals, while gentle audio cues deliver real-time feedback to bring your focus back into the present moment. This is as simple as at-home biofeedback training to train, track, and transform. We're delighted to work with CWC and help accelerate the wellness journey of an ever-increasing number of people on this planet, as brain functioning is crucial to mind-body wellness.
My name is Vinay Deshpande. I am a vice chair of Crack the Wellness Code CWC, and we are going through a fantastic 3-day retreat here in Los Gatos. A beautiful place, but I think the topics that were selected by our team here and the leaders and the speakers that we had was a unique experience to all the participants over here. They could able to really understand the process and the techniques behind the Kriya meditation and the Chakra meditation. And we have full 3-day programs right from early starting at 4 o'clock in the morning and doing these meditation practices, the theory behind it, its connectivity with the medical data and more scientific approach towards that one. I think everybody was very pleased. And then on top of it, I think we had this new device manufacturer for the brainwave mapping. And I think all in all, it's an excellent retreat. It's a fantastic location that we could able to enjoy. And I would definitely encourage more and more people to be aware of these kind of retreats that we CWC are going to really organize it, because it is phenomenal for your mind and body wellness and everything together. So looking forward to seeing you guys as the time goes by. Thank you.
Gopi is a triathlete. He is a musician. He plays tanpura and harmonium and sings. And his music can be found at kirtanlounge.com. He had 2 albums that made it to the Grammys this year.
Thank you.
So, in addition, he has published 2 books. These are his 2 books. The first one was The Internet to the Internet, and his latest book is The Happy Human. I read both of them. Really amazing, fun reads, lots of insights. Smart guy, he's funny, he's wise, he's got lots of cool stuff to share, and I can't wait to hear about AI from him. And yeah, over to you, Gopi.
Thank you, Pankaj. Good morning, everyone. What a beautiful place. Sitting here, we're looking at the spectacular view of Silicon Valley, literally. Pankaj did not mention one thing in his introduction, and that's I can't show up for time for my speaking engagement. I was supposed to be at 11 o'clock, and I arrived at 11:45. So I have to tell you the truth of what happened, because this is a perfect example of when you don't take care of your body and mind, things can go horribly wrong in your life. Because our brain has a natural intelligence, it'll kick in, it'll take over, it'll course correct. So I'll tell you what happened. I hope Som and Pankaj will find in the goodness of the heart to forgive me for what happened this morning. So as Pankaj mentioned, I've been traveling for 2 weeks. I was at the TED conference a week ago, which is intensely stimulating and it's fabulous. 78 TED Talks in 1 week, but it's 18-hour day. Starts at 8:45, goes till past midnight with networking events and after parties, etc. I finished TED. So during TED, I compromised on my sleep. I compromised on my exercise. I didn't meditate. I ignored all of the markers of life. This is how we think we can get away with a modern life, not taking care of the basics, but we think we are superhuman. So I'm exhausted by the time I finish TED, and I go straight to Peru from there for Google work, taking an overnight flight, and we delude ourselves saying if we pay the expensive business class reclining seat, that we will get good quality of sleep. Not true at all, particularly because I have sleep apnea, so I need a sleep app machine. So all of that gets even more compromised trying to get to Peru on a long overnight, 16 hours of travel. And once you get there on the ground, you know how business schedules are. It gets back to back, and I finish Peru, go to bed at 12, wake up at 4 a.m., 4 hours sleep, because they've scheduled the taxi pickup. This is how schedules are packed, and arrive at Chile, and again, I go through a similar kind of cycle. And by the time I come back, I was so exhausted. And last night, I thought I was taking a break. I went to San Rafael to listen to Krishna Das, the best known name in Western kirtan singers in the Bhakti Yoga tradition. and think that it's relaxation. But by the time we come back from San Rafael, it's like 1 o'clock. And during the concert, I turned the phone volume down because I didn't want to disturb in case the phone rang. And this morning, my body said, you're so tired, you need sleep more than anything else. It slept through the alarm. Okay, the body had taken over. My brain. No problem. We were late anyway. So I feel refreshed. But this is deeply embarrassing where with 10 minutes ago for my talk, I wake up saying, I slept through the alarm because my brain said, this is enough. You put enough abuse on the body over 2 weeks, you need to rest.
Believe it or not, you are on time.
What is that?
Believe it or not, you are on time.
Okay.
You can tell.
So, thank you. So that brings me to an important insight that I arrived at. 2 years ago, again, pushing this hard, I went into a mental health problem. It is a very commonly known thing. I was a high-functioning individual working on this job at Google, tearing myself and tearing through life at this incredible pace. And suddenly, I developed mental health issues. The brain is an organ like any other organ. And if you put enough circumstances kick in, things can go wrong. And I developed an anxiety issue. I was severely anxious and mildly depressed, according to the diagnosis. And I was shocked. Like, I'm a person who wrote The Happy Human. I'm supposed to be happy all the time, not anxious and depressed. So I had a hard time accepting that identity, that I am going through mental health issues, I'm anxious, depressed. But I had to lean in and accept it and embrace it. And here's what happened. It's interesting when the brain, function goes, I don't want to call it wrong, but functions in a different way from a peak functioning state, how much things can swing. So from a public speaking perspective, this is my profession, this is my jam. I'm actually one of the top 15 in the world, and I'm not saying this to show off, but just to give you a data point, I competed in the World Championship and finished top 15 in the world last year for public speaking. And yet, during that anxiety phase, my brain gave me so much anxiety, I could not bear the thought of getting in front of an audience and speak like that. For the same person who was high-performing public speaker, things had shifted so much that this would make me anxious. I thought I would get up, say something stupid, I would fail, I would lose my job. And my brain was catastrophizing, and I couldn't function. So I took time off from Google to deal with it. Luckily, Google has a very good mental health program. There's a lot of self-awareness. It taught me to recognize it and ask for help. And one of the things I did was I was very public about it. I remember talking to Ajmal and calling him and saying, I'm having this problem. And all my friends, I was very open about it. There's nothing to feel embarrassed about. I wanted to be a role model for owning up to a problem like this. And I also hired a team of specialists, from psychiatrists, therapists, to traditional Eastern methods around meditation, Ayurveda, yoga, spending time in nature, and community, leaning into friends to help the support. And during that process, I learned a couple of simple truths about mind, body, brain, how to take care of it, and how to restore yourself back to health. And I want to share this with you. And I told Somnath that I will lead with this. So I arrived at 2 simple conclusions, which to this audience will be very obvious because you chose to be here and you spent 2 days in the retreat discussing this very topic. And which is why I admire the work that CWC is doing and what Bakshi and Pankaj and Som have gone on to build here to educate people about these 2 truths. And the 2 truths are, this is the most important resource we all get to use as individuals. When I say this, our body, our physical container, our brain, which directs our cognitive functions, and something we call our mind and our heart, not the cardiac sense, but in the more emotional sense that regulates our emotions, allows us to respond to circumstances as they develop.
Hello, this is Naren Bakshi, Chairperson for CWC Global and Chairperson for CWC India Foundation. I'm here at our first ever weekend retreat, very focused on meditation, train the brain. One of the most important topics right now is how do we really make a difference in terms of how you think, how we live, in terms of training our brain to do the right things, right lifestyle. Meditation is a very important aspect of it, along with yoga. And what we are learning here is combination of medical science with yogic sciences. How do these two things connect, and then practicing it to improve our own lives. So I'm very, very delighted that 32 people from all walks of life are here, young, old. Our board members are here, our doctor patrons are here, and number of technological leaders, entrepreneurs are here. So it is not only a retreat in the sense of learning, but also networking among each other. CWC has been in place for last 5+ years and for 2 years in India. We have made a big difference in the sense of establishing our credibility, our product, in the sense of informing people about health and inspiring them to be able to improve their lifestyle, to reduce any dangers of chronic diseases, or even reverse like I did in my case. Our team, led by Som and Dr. Pankaj Vij, my co-founders, have put together this wonderful retreat, and I'm personally benefiting along with my wife Kusum, who has been here also. Thank you.
It's a wonderful morning today, and overlooking the mountains out here and the water at the bay. We are really fortunate to find this place, and I think this is really a great beginning to the CWC retreat. And I look forward to having many of you joining our future retreats. Probably we'll do a Train the Brain Part 2 very soon. And thanks to everybody who's been here and spent 3 wonderful days in this Los Altos Hills. Bye.